But Joe Biden is a guy who has never really been an intellectual. He's never really been a trailblazer, not a lot of legislation under his name while he was in the Senate for all those years. He's kind of just a party apparatchik, a good old backslapping pal. But now he has gone into another zone. And let me demonstrate to you what I'm talking about. All right. He sets up a 14-minute long speech on the White House lawn by saying something that is fuzzy. Go.
We Americans, we believe in honesty and decency, in treating everyone with dignity and respect, giving everyone a fair shot, demonizing no one, giving hate no safe harbor, and leaving no one behind. We lead by the power of our example, not the example of our power.
All right, obviously it was written for him. I don't even know if he knows what he's saying, because you couldn't really say that if you knew what you were saying. So let me just take it, all right? We believe in honesty and decency. Who's we? Who's we? Your party, the Democratic Party, believes in honesty? Was President Trump covered it in an honest way? No thinking human being, even if you hate Donald Trump, could say that Donald Trump was covered in an honest way by the media or the Democratic Party. It's just flat out ridiculous. Does Biden really believe that we Americans, we believe in honesty and treating everyone with dignity? Everyone with dignity? Does that include the unborn there, Joe? They being treated with dignity? Okay, so this is just blather. It's just garbage. All right, and if he wrote it over, he goes, I don't know. Demonizing no one. You know, I wrote a column over the weekend. I hope you read it, called "The Mean New Deal." It's on BillO'Reilly.com. I mean, we live in the most vicious age, with the exception of slavery in the 1840s and 50s. We live in the most vicious age this country has ever seen. And this guy's saying we demonize no one? We give hate no safe harbor? Did you miss all the George Floyd protests? You don't think there was hatred on both sides there? Both sides. So this is, I'm sitting there going, this guy doesn't know what he's saying. And I've been reporting this to you for now 2 months. He simply doesn't know what he is saying. He's the most powerful man in the world. They put the words on the screen. He reads the words. Okay. And this is how he wrapped up the 4th of July speech. Go.
It's never, ever been a good bet to bet against America. Never. We just have to remember who we are. We are the United States of America. And there's nothing we can't do if we do it together.
Together, Joe? This country's, as I said, more divided now than at any other time in our history except for the Civil War, the run-up to the Civil War. Together, you have polarized the country. In the 6 months you have been in office, you have polarized the country into those who love the progressive left and those who hate the progressive left, because you are a puppet of the progressive left. You do what they tell you to do. And you think we're all together here? Yeah, you're right. If Americans were together, you don't bet against the most powerful nation in the world, but we're not. We are tribal now, divided into red states and blue states. New York City is an out-of-control place. I live here. You can see it with your own eyes. Yet I go to Wyoming 2 weeks ago, and it's under control. There is no social discord on display in Wyoming. You think Wyoming and New York are together? Think the mentality that pervades in New York City and the mentality that pervades in Jackson, Wyoming is the same? Do you really? But the danger here is that Biden is being manipulated, and he doesn't know what he's saying or doing. Nobody could do a border policy like he has and know what you were doing. It's insane. The whole thing is collapsing. Violent crime, and you don't mention defund the police, and you don't mention young black criminal drug gangs. You don't even mention them. And you give a national address on violent crime. So I think we'll recover from him. And I think the economy is going to go south, and that'll get the House and the Senate in Republican hands in 2022. And that's the end of Joe Biden. As soon as Congress goes over to the GOP, the grand old party, Biden's done. Because he's weak anyway. And so is Kamala. Very weak. You know, everybody knows. So the whole ticket brings nothing to healing the severe problems that America has. So when I watched it, I just went, the guy, you can denigrate him, and most commentators on the right will, but I see this as a cognitive thing. Now, I really do. I don't think he knows what's happening in America. So that means there are shadowy people behind him, and I suspect many of them are allied with the Obama administration, that are basically running the show here, and Americans have no blanking clue who they are or what they're doing.